watching High Society with your host, David Malmo-Levine.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of High Society. My name is David Malmo-Levine, I'm your host, and this week's show we're talking about impairment. Does cannabis impair? And does it always impair? Is the impairment inherent, or is it a function of dose and familiarity and other factors like that? And we're going to watch a couple of videos with Rebagliati, and the time he actually got the medal, someone was putting a tape in the VCR. If you ever catch news like this, please send it to us. If you happen to have taped the Rebagliati on Jay Leno, and you have that tape, please send it in to us. I'll give you a couple of pot shots and a great big thank you in reply to that. And we're also going to just maybe talk for a second about impairment. Now, when I started smoking cannabis, I found, first of all, that it was an overwhelming sensation. First few times, I was laughing uncontrollably. Sometimes I would pass out. Sometimes I would get chills. It was quite a profound effect. And when I came to British Columbia and started smoking every day, I found that actually cannabis seemed to slow time down a bit, not a lot, just a bit, and that it still relaxed me and made me feel happy and hungry and stimulated, but it didn't inherently impair. As soon as the quality was good and I could pick an indica so that I could maybe fall asleep when I wanted to, or sativa when I wanted to be stimulated. And when I was really familiar with it, the effects were less profound. And I found that I asked around, and most of the people in the BC Marijuana Party headquarters had this to say. They said, we use it for snowboarding, we use it for skateboarding, we use it when we want to relax. For creativity, kind of loosens up the associations in your mind. It allows you to remember things that you might not have, or put two things together that you might not have. And that might be a quality of the time slow and its effects on recall. Time slow plus recall, you get equals creativity. Or something, maybe that's too simple, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. A lot of musicians and a lot of artists toke up. And the time slow is also recorded first in forms of allowing people to focus. In ancient Chinese medicine, we have references to that, and later on in the 1800s and the 1900s, early writers experimenting with cannabis record time slow, and time slow itself, the term time slow, was coined by Ginsberg in 1965 in his Manifesto to End the Bring Down. And I just think that once we understand time slow and unlock its secrets, cannabis will not be seen as an inherently impairing drug, but actually a tool to slow the universe down and have the universe come at you a little more slowly and have more time to react to it, so that you appear to be working better, to appear to be reacting quicker. So that's my little talk on cannabis and impairment. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the show. And please review us, tell us what you think there at the bottom of the screen there, and get back to us on that. And if you have any Ross Rebagliati stuff that you've taped, please send it in to us. He's our hero. He's the man. And Ross, keep on rocking in this semi-free world, and keep on doing what you're doing, which is not selling your friends out and keeping your head held high. You know what I mean? My name is David Malmo-Levine, and this is High Society on the highest, the absolute highest you get on the net, Pop TV, home of the herd.
You're watching Broadcast 1.
Now, Hemp BC is only too happy to claim Ross Rebagliati as poster boy, even though the International Olympic Committee said allowing Ross to keep his medal was in no way an endorsement of marijuana smoking. So, just what can Ross endorse? Well, savvy marketers know an Olympic gold will sell a lot more than weed. Tonight on Cover Story, selling the snowboarder.
When you're pitching to a group of people that detests being pitched to, what do? This.
Kokanee welcomes snowboarding to the 1998 Olympic Winter Games.
The problem with young people, as advertisers see it, is simple. The minute you stand up to sell them something, they see you as a sellout.
Let the games begin.
Generation X hates spokespeople, hates athletes who are standing there with their gold medal. You know, they don't like any of that kind of obvious marketing. He will be an exception, I think.
The he no longer needs an introduction.
No comment.
Whistler's Ross Rebagliati, stripped of his gold medal for traces of marijuana found in his system. 24 hours later, the decision overturned, the medal restored. But if you visit the places where they buy and sell stuff to people Rebagliati's age and younger, it's not the medal they admire, it's the test of medal Rebagliati endured.
He's human, right? And he prevailed, and that's what people like, prevailing from, you know, it's like an underdog kind of thing.
He was honest about it, and I think it came out fine in the end. You know, he deserved his medal, he won.
Well, I know that controversy sells, so I think that would be a big point for him. I mean, because he beat everybody, you know what I mean? He beat the Olympic people.
Aha, there it is, the key. Rebagliati beat authority, and he pulled it off with incredible composure. It's a killer combination. But can Rebagliati's gold turn to gold for advertisers too?
Nice glass. Yeah, I got them at Esso.
Athletes in traditional Olympic sports tend to get their sponsorships from some pretty traditional sources.